Let me. Nice. Yo, 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 yo. What up, man? Welcome to Mezzo Forte Sportz. That's right, Bar Talk with the super fans. We're chilling out with the crew. We have in today's edition. We have a little limited crew today. Doesn't matter. We got the bulk of our show strength here with our host, Danny BMD. And me, of course, your amateur hype man, super fan art. We're going to be talking a lot of sports. And we're going to be doing it South Texas style. Without further ado, I'll pass the mic back to Dan.
Yo. What up, guys? Welcome to Mezzo Forte Sportz. Ball talk for super fans. Coming to you live, San Antonio, Texas, to your ears. The Mezzo Sports time for your free time. What up, this is Danny. This is your host, Danny BMD. How's everyone doing and how did your team?
Nah, bro.
Dang, could not control that sound at all.
That's all good.
Yeah, I was like, my bad, guys. All right, cool. So how's everyone doing today?
Doing all right.
All right. Well, so, first of all, thank you so much for coming in today, guys. It's gonna be Mezzo Forte Sportz, obviously. There's been a lot of bar talk today, a lot of sports talk. Talk to me, Art. What's going on?
Well, Dan, first of all, it's good to be here on this Thursday evening with you here on our show. To all our viewers out there who, whatever platform, thank you for your continued viewership. Give us a like, subscribe. If you're going to hate us, troll us, whatever, we'd like to see them in the comment section. We'll comment back, possibly in real time. But yeah, we got a couple of good sports going on right now. And we got college ball. You got Virginia, Miami currently on. But I think what's getting more attention now, especially for us here in the state of Texas, is our own Houston Astros are currently battling it out with the Tampa Bay Rays, currently heading into the bottom of the eighth. I can't really give any real-time scores updates. Maybe when the game is over and finished, I'll give a final on what that is. But yeah, a lot of baseball talk to go through. College, my Longhorns are in effect, and your UTSA Roadrunners are going to be trying for that.
Nice.
Go for 4-0.
Yeah, go ahead.
4-0. And then if you had the NFL Network or even gave a shit, there's the Bengals and the Jaguars. I only got the running back Mixon from the Bengals. I don't even know how he's doing. I hope he's doing well. It's the Jaguars. But
yeah,
no, great to be here. A lot to talk about. Real quick, how you been, man? Doing well?
Dude, I've been doing good. I've been super unprepared right now, like today, right? But no, I've been good. Just been trying to catch up on all the sports. Oh, my bad. All right. Test, 1, 2, 3.
Most of the sports.
There we go. Yeah, my bad, guys. We're like kind of lagging a little, or the sound's a little behind. Yes. I know. But all right, guys. So again, this is it's been pretty good. Just kind of catch up on all my sports and everything like that. I know UTSA is actually 4-0. Yeah. I know that's
Does.
awesome. It's obviously gonna be a big a big weekend this weekend as well. Also for the Longhorns, my Longhorns, they've been kind of on the up and up, up and down, up. I don't know. I don't even want to know what to believe for them anymore. But I'm just hoping that everyone wins. It is TCU. It's not that bad.
No,
So
it's it's like the last tune-up game before they have that pivotal match in that Red River
when
rivalry.
is that? That's 2 weeks.
It's not this weekend, the following weekend. Oh no.
Oh, dang. Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, and in a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks maybe, we'll definitely see that Red River rivalry, which should be a really good game. Talk to me, Art. Where are you on your teams?
Well, like I said, I mean, looking forward to the Longhorns game on Saturday versus TCU. They're doing some last preparations to gauge themselves to see what areas they need to work on before they face OU.
Yeah,
OU, on the other hand, they're going to be having a little test of their own. They're going to be playing the uh, was Kansas State. Kansas State was previously ranked 25. So the Wildcats, maybe they could do what West Virginia should have done and upset their asses. But nonetheless, a lot of good matchups. Yeah, now more so that we're in conference play for college.
yeah,
Like the SEC teams will face SEC teams.
yeah. That
ACC versus ACC.
dude, Arkansas, bro. Arkansas is pulling some moves right now. See or no? Like, I mean, yeah, it is A&M or whatever, right? I mean, Texas, whatever. Oh, I mean, they beat Texas and A&M. That's kind of crazy. But I don't know. They play what, Georgia? Yeah, they play Georgia this week, and in fact, they play them in the morning. That's gonna be interesting. Georgia number 2. Now, that's gonna shake up the SEC or whatever, in conference play and everything.
Yes, Arkansas, like we mentioned on the previous shows, we all agree that they're definitely a good dark horse out there in the SEC to maybe topple up the big dogs like Georgia and Alabama. So obviously that's probably one of the best games of the day, to be honest, or at least the most highest ranking matchup with the ranked opponent versus ranked opponent. Arkansas's eight, Georgia's number two. It's 11 a.m. I don't know if that's Central or Eastern time, but definitely worth waking up for. So don't sleep in on that game. I'll have more to talk about that during our college ball segment. But no, we got a lot to talk about uh, with all major sports lines. Uh, so without further ado, do you want to get into this with some diamond talk or what?
Let's do some diamond talk. Go for it. With some random podcast.
Thank you. And just to update on that Astros game, they're currently at the top of the ninth. So Astros have the lead. I don't know if it's the Rays who are batting or the Astros. Currently, I couldn't really find the game here on Spectrum, but whatever. I'm keeping up with the score regardless. But there's other major storylines to talk about around the diamond. So we're already in the final stretch. Postseason is going to be ending. Regular season is going to be ending this Sunday. Postseason will begin on Monday with the wild card games. As follows: the current standings as of yesterday, technically. Uh, the Tampa Bay Rays, they clinched the East, and also they clinched the best league record. So they've been they're the king of the hill, so to speak, of everybody. So kudos to Tampa Bay. Uh, Obviously, they're not shy in uh, visits to the postseason, and everyone calls the city of Tampa Bay Champa Bay, vis-a-vis them Tampa Bay Buccaneers with pro football. Uh, but keeping along with the American League, Chicago White Sox clinched the Central. Our own Houston Astros are currently still battling it in, with the Rays currently in the Western Division. They're about 3.5 games ahead of the Seattle Mariners, so they're still clinging to some hope over there in Seattle. I
Yeah.
think I heard they're like that. Seattle Mariners are like I don't know how many decades removed from like even being in the postseason, like one of the longest streaks out of all major sports, like football, basketball, baseball, hockey. So it's a couple of decades they're removed. So they're really clinging onto some hope. In that American League wild card race, it's pretty much making all these games must watch. The Yankees are clinging on, which is one game ahead of the Red Sox, which are at the cutoff. Uh, I'll mention the Red Sox. They did play today against the Orioles and did manage to lose 2-6. So that bodes well for the Mariners, who are about half a game behind the Red Sox. Uh, and then the Toronto Blue Jays are just one game behind the Mariners. Or no, they're one game behind the Red Sox. Excuse me. So definitely a lot of the games are at a premium. Wins are at a premium. This is
Yeah.
not the time to mess up. You need to bring up all the stops, bring in your best relief pitchers and hitters and everybody because it's that race to the finish. Things are a little bit more concrete over there in the National League. You got the Atlanta Braves. They haven't clinched yet. They're in the East, but they are about 4.5 games above the Phillies.
Hmm.
So that's a good cushion, but obviously they could use a little bit more. I don't know, maybe after today or later on they'll uh, they'll clinch in the coming days or two.
Now,
Milwaukee Brewers, they did clinch the Central, and things are interesting with San Francisco Giants
yeah.
and the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are both kind of like neck and neck. I think the Dodgers are only 2 games behind the Giants for that leader spot. So whichever the two is the lesser will be pretty much clinch. They both clinch the playoff berth, but only one of them will unfortunately be a wild card. So
Now, we do
go
have
for it.
we do have in the chat real quick. My bad. Just to give the quick shout out to Seattle for their amazing September. Would you agree?
Definitely. Seattle made quite the comeback. I mean, nobody really. If you would have said back in obviously August, like they didn't really have that much of a chance. They weren't really on the radar, and that's all it is, man. Sometimes if you go on some streaks, if you have the right wins, or if other people have the wrong, go on losing streaks, so to speak. But no, definitely they've been more cohesive. They can get their act together, and they're currently, a few stones throws away from trying to break in to the playoffs. Um, so they just have about 4 or so days left. Uh, so kudos to Seattle Mariners. Definitely, they could get rid of that.
Recording in progress.
Got it, Danny.
Sorry.
No, no. Obviously, people in Seattle, I mean, they've been yearning for a trip back to the postseason, or even just an appearance of the postseason. Uh, I mean, I feel for that city in general. I mean, currently, for sports teams wise, the the Seahawks aren't doing too hot. All them years back when they had their basketball team traded or sold out to Oklahoma for no reason, been really wanting them Supersonics back. So the people in Seattle, it's a great fan base out there, very classy organization. Hopefully they can see some more success, if not this season. Obviously, build upon that for next season. Uh, let's see, who's the best franchise?
Also, the Giants with 104 wins, best in franchise history.
Thank you, Dan. Now, let's see. As part of my notes here, there's a sequence like hold the questions to the end. I like
My
them
bad.
though.
My bad.
Good shit though to whoever's responding via YouTube or whatever platform you have. I was just about to say some important games that are currently taking place currently right now. I think four of them obviously stand out the most for current positioning. Like I said, the Red Sox Orioles game that was over. Sox lost 2-6. If the Yankees Blue Jays are currently slugging it out right now, I'm not. That should also be towards the conclusion, as our Rays Astros, and then the other one was the Phillies Braves. Uh, so some newsworthy things, headlines I saw was that, excuse me, who are the wild cards at? Well, St. Louis Cardinals 17. Okay, hold on. St. Louis Cardinals 17 game winning streak ends in a 4-0 loss to Milwaukee Brewers. Daniel Vogelbach, he hit a two-run homer that backed starting pitcher Adrian Hauser, led the Milwaukee Brewers over the St. Louis 4-0. This was back on Wednesday night. So Wednesday marked just the third time since 1900 that a winning streak of 17 or more games ended with a shutout loss, according to sources. This is the Athletics' 20-game win streak in 2002 and the Yankees' 19-game win streak in 1947 were some of the others. The streak, which is longest in Major League since Cleveland won 22 straight in back in 2017, it helped lift the Cardinals into next week's National League wildcard game, which could be either against the Los Angeles Dodgers and or the San Francisco Giants. So it's all depending on that. Cardinals were 71 and 69 after losing to Cincinnati 6-4 on September the 10th. Their previous defeat, St. Louis, is 21 and 7 in the month of September, which is tying the 1930 and 1942 Cardinals for the most wins in that month of September. So, keeping up with some Cardinals news, the Cardinals manager, Mike Schilt, he named Adam Wainwright as the starter for that wild card game, which would be either against the Dodgers or the Giants Wednesday. Wainwright is 17 and 7 with a 3.08 ERA this season. Wainwright has won 10 of his last 11 decisions this season with 11 quality starts during the span. Now, the 40-year-old right-hander is no stranger to the postseason with 28 appearances throughout his career, including some earnings that he saved in the World Series clincher against the Detroit Tigers back in 06. That's some funnier news. I saw that the Milwaukee Brewers will likely be without their top setup reliever, Devin Williams, for the playoffs after the right-hander broke his pitching hand, punching a wall after having a few drinks following Sunday's game that clinched the NL Central Division for his Brewers. As per as per the president of operations, Dennis Stearns, told reporters Williams will undergo surgery to put a plate in his hand to repair the fracture that will injure, and it will likely keep him out of the remainder of the season. Williams, he had been sidelined with a calf injury. He returned on Sunday to pitch a scoreless eighth inning in the Brewers' 8-4 victory over the Mets, retiring 3 batters that he faced. He did try to suit up for Tuesday's game against the Cardinals before he alerted the team's medical staff about that stupid hand injury. He was unable to throw. Williams told reporters, quote, "I went out to have a few drinks, and at my home, I was a little frustrated, upset, and I punched a wall. That's how it happened," end quote. But on the brighter side, yeah, the guy fucked up. He owned up to it. He pretty much he didn't ruin his team's chances though, because Milwaukee's bullpen is fairly deep, ranks 8th overall in the majors at ERA. There will be some adjustments heading into the postseason. Let's see. Put one outing. Veterans Brad Boboxer, which is 3.41 ERA, and Brent Suter are next in line for possible suit-up details in his absence. So, I mean, it's sport, and this has nothing to do with emotional sports. This is just some guy. He got home, could handle liquor, whatnot, and I mean, I don't know what the hell made him so angry to punch a wall, but like, if you're a pitcher and your hand is your livelihood, your whole financial status depends on your ability to throw a ball, and you use that same hand to punch whatever form of wall, brick, or plaster, or whatever the fuck, you're essentially costing your career there. I don't know how you're going to perform even after you recover from having a plate in your hand. I'm sure there's incidents out there in other sports, major sports or minor sports, where just the slightest injuries change the whole player's outlook and maybe even could look into early retirement. Hopefully that's not the case. I'm just speculating, of course. But I just find it funny. Dude, just on the precipice of the postseason, and you take your own self out of it.
Yeah, that's exactly. Like, dude, like, just don't hit a wall. Like, I don't know.
He got drunk, man.
Like,
he got
I don't
drunk.
know what the message is here. Just pretty sure most people know not to hit one, or just I don't know, handle your lick a little bit better. But God, dang, that's intense, dude.
All right, just a few more things to wrap up my Diamond talk.
Go for it. Go for it.
Uh, yes, I am keeping up with Astros. It's almost near the end. It's getting real close. Uh, I ain't gonna jinx it like Albert did the other time.
No,
Our guy,
don't.
our guy Bad Luck Beto kept jinxing him. Anyway, New York Yankees slugger Joey Gallo received some positive news on Thursday when X-rays and CT scans on his injured left forearm came back negative, as per manager Aaron Boone. Gallo, he was not in the starting lineup for Thursday's series finale versus Toronto, but was available off the bench. Gallo was injured when he was hit by a pitch in the seventh inning of Wednesday's 6-5 loss to the Blue Jays. He was unable to bat in the ninth inning of that game. Uh, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, Yankees put first baseman Luke Voigt on a 10-day IL on Thursday with a sore left knee and recalled right-hander Albert Abreu. I can't say. It's probably possibly French from some AAA team in Scranton, I think. Blah 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 blah. Very well. Joey Gallo, hopefully he's back for the postseason. Guy's a legit guy. And then lastly, Blue Jays slugger Marcus Simeon set a record for home runs by a primary second baseman when he hit his 44th homer of the season Wednesday against the Yankees ace Garrett Cole in that critical 6-5 victory. Simeon's homer, a two-run drive into left field bullpen, broke a tie with Davey Johnson, who was 1973 for Atlanta, who is still credited by statistician, blah, 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 home runs by a second baseman. Simeon's homer was Toronto's major league leading 249th of the season as a team, obviously. They ended the night with 251 homers. But from a team standpoint, what was more important was a victory that snapped New York's 7-game winning streak and kept Toronto hanging around the pecking order for the hunt of them 2 American League wildcard spots, which currently could, I mean, I don't know, maybe something else, some developments might be happening as we speak. I need to keep up with that. So, just a quick analysis of how the postseason is looking. On Tuesday, the 5th, that's going to be the wild card game for the American League. It's a single game elimination. And then I gave a preview of Wednesday, October 6th. That's the National League wild card. It's going to definitely have the Cardinals, and they'll either play the Giants or the Dodgers. And then following that, you have the division series start for the American League on Thursday, the 7th, and Friday, the 8th for the National League. So all these pieces are starting to fill in the scheduling slots. Like Cardinals is just the only one I have for sure. And possibly, well, no shit. When we have our Tuesday show, I think I'll have the whole like thing mapped out with a wild card and everything else.
Nice,
So
nice.
let's go Astros win postseason, baby. Just
Whoa, wait, what's going on? What's going on?
I'm just reading some of our
Breaking
YouTube
news.
content.
Talk to us, Art. What's the breaking news?
I don't know. What's broke? I think we got a final. I was waiting because technically I can't say it when it's like barely happened. I have to wait at least 30 seconds so the whole world knows. So let me just take a sip of my beer.
All right. Go for it.
3, 2, 1. Okay. So finally, we got a little bit of some clinching going on in the form of our own Houston Astros. They're able to manage to. Thank you, Dan. They managed to hang on and finally put away the Tampa Bay Rays. I know the Astros have been slumping a bit. I blame our guy Beto for cursing them. What's the term for that person who cursed? He's a jinx.
Jinx.
There you go. He jinxed. Our boy Beto jinxed the Astros. Finally, when we don't have him on the show, now the Astros finally beat the Rays. It was very narrowly a narrow win. It was 3-2. I think the Astros had about. I can't say much about it because it just ended. But nevertheless, Astros clinch. Postseason is assured. And Tuesday, I'll have where they'll fall in the whole aspect of things for when they'll be scheduled. But kudos to our guys in Houston. Definitely, I don't know about you, Danny. I always like to root for our Texas-based teams, and since the Rangers pretty much been laying an egg all season,
Oh yeah, bro.
I'll put all my eggs in the Astros basket. So kudos to
All right.
them.
All right. Congrats.
Uh,
Congrats. Congrats.
Definitely a cheers, more than one cheers, up for our boys in Houston. Can't wait to see y'all hit the field in the postseason. So
Alright.
you better rest. From now to then, y'all better rest up. No punching walls or getting drunk.
Yeah, definitely no punching walls. All right. Also, we are calling out our super fan Ryan. He is on chat, so we'll definitely see if maybe he can get on and talk a little bit the postseason maybe next week. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let us know. Let us know, because we'd love to get you on. Just talk Diamond Talk all day. Give you like an hour of Diamond Talk. You guys can go back and forth, and we'll set up graphs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and maybe we get our own buddy Juan out there. He's a Atlanta Braves fan, so it'd be cool to get different fans' perspective on how their outlook of their teams could do for the postseason. So yes, definitely guest spots. They're obviously available. Love to have anybody out there willing to just chat it up with us. Any very informal setting. Don't even have to be an expert. Just have a love of the game, a little bit of knowledge. Let's go far in the show.
Hell yeah, dude. So, are you good for Diamond Talk?
I mean, I can say more, but this game's still in progress. Currently, Yankees Blue Jays. It's
All
already
right,
the
go for
top
it,
of
go
the
for it.
ninth. No, I was just gonna say it's the top of the ninth.
Uh-huh.
Yankees Blue Jays. Yankees are currently up a couple of runs. So I think the chances of the Blue Jays coming back are pretty slim considering the amount of runs they have to catch up. But nonetheless, uh, there's still more games to go. I think the Braves beat the Phillies 5-3. That was something.
Oh dang.
And not that it matters so much, but I mean the Giants are currently with the Diamondbacks. A game that really doesn't mean nothing except for, like I said, whether it was the Giants or Dodgers in that wild card game. So technically it could mean something. And the Diamondbacks are one of the worst teams in the league. So you could, if you lose to them and end up going to the wild card game because you couldn't beat the worst team in the league, like you just shot yourself in both feet.
Dang, that's crazy. So then,
what?
So then, when does it all start? I'll go down like the official date of the first postseason.
I
First postseason
mentioned it. Thank you, Dan. I mentioned it was Was it Monday? No, that's Tuesday, October the 5th.
Oh,
That's the American League wild card game.
Oh,
Single-
already? God damn.
The 5th, this Tuesday.
God. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess they didn't want to compete with Monday Night Football, so there's Tuesday. Fuck it.
Yeah, I was like, for some reason I thought it was like towards the end.
We could have
okay.
a Victor before Halloween.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
No. So definitely savor all the flavor of baseball. You're about to get the best of the best in the games that matter the most in the postseason. Boys of summer now. It's the race and fall. Definitely a very electric atmosphere coming our way with baseball.
Nice.
So
nice,
it sucks that basketball, NFL, and also college ball might get in the way. But definitely give some love and attention to our baseball players, MLB in general.
Yeah.
America's
yeah,
pastime.
Yeah.
Cheers to America's pastime. Keep it going, people.
There you go. Cheers.
I don't. So yeah, that's our Diamond Talk. Obviously, we get more on Tuesday. Tuesday. We'll already be in the postseason. Hey.
Yeah, of course. We'll do definitely continue doing some Diamond Talk. We'll get a little bit more on Tuesday. Tuesday it actually obviously everything fully starts, and we'll see if we can get a couple more super fans in the cast in here. Talk into Mezzo Forte, have do a little bit more of a diamond talk, and actually talk a little bit more sports as well. Do maybe some basketball as well. Which, in this case, do you want to switch over to?
Our talk around the court,
Let's
basketball.
do Wonder Court.
Oh no! Obviously, like we said, basketball season's currently around the corner. I think they're already going to start some preseason games. Now things are getting a little bit complicated now that there's some COVID mandates. I think some states won't allow the players to even suit up for games or take the court unless they're vaccinated. Vis-a-vis, for example, New York and the whole Kyrie Irving situation, or he doesn't want to feel forced to get vaccinated. Uh, I don't. I think we got a situation with Andrew Wiggins out there in California for the Warriors. Uh, so I don't know. You want to take the lead on this, Danny? On you had something tangent to that?
Yeah, I mean, just like kind of, I mean, I understand, and especially, um, it's one of the things that I usually like to refer to is obviously, the legends, what do the legends say? So I was listening a little bit to what, yeah, Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq was talking about. He's like, look, man, like I understand, that you have, your things, your opinions and stuff like that, and that's cool. I don't question anyone saying that or anything with that. But the only thing I question is like, dude, you did, take like $2 million. You know, that's a lot of money. Not and it's not just that are being affected. But it's like people, like janitors and stuff like that. It's just because of you. A lot of people get paid as well. That has nothing to do with you. You don't really have to worry about that, but you have to know that that's your responsibility because you took that much money. So, not just him, specifically him because he's like superstar, right? But also just because they do take a lot of money, dude. Like they do, and I understand that sometimes you have your morals and stuff like that. But you know how right now the NBA is the no pay no play, essentially, and if you're like, like in San Francisco, you have to be vaccinated in order to play indoors, and then
New York.
New York también. So I mean, and it's like they're kind of arguing like, do I really? I'm a team, not even deja to the coach, the GM. Because he's still the manager of the team. Yeah, the coach coaches, the game, or the team itself too, right? But the manager, the GM, still GMs. Still general managers. So this dude has to decide like, chineta, suppose this guy is not vaccinated and this guy is. Like this guy has to go through this and that. Can sabe que. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not gonna take him here. Like why? What do I have? Why should I? We have to do extra stuff or whatever. They can do their thing,
Yeah.
but it's just unfortunately, it's just how the world, the state of the world, if you will. You know.
No, yeah, no doubt. And Irving is no stranger to controversies. Aside from the whole flat Earth uh, debacle, I think, even before pre-pandemic, I think there was some times where he would sit out games for quote unquote personal reasons, and then like
Yeah. Exactly.
videos from TMZ or some outside sources would find him just chilling or going out to restaurants or something. Like, what the hell's the personal reason at? Your team needs you, and you're sitting out games just because you don't feel like it. Well, I mean, you're an employee, man. You took the money, you signed the contracts. Uh, you got an obligation, a responsibility. But he's somewhat of a
Preach,
diva.
preach. Damn.
He is a bit of a diva. I'm not gonna lie. And so I think what you were saying earlier was Shaquille O'Neal is like, you, with your status and as captain, whatever. Like your drama is definitely, you're an elite player, but all the baggage you carry with you is definitely like not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the media coverage you bring about you for the wrong reasons. They got KD and they got Harden in Brooklyn. They
Yeah.
could easily win a lot of games without you.
Now they have, and then now they have.
Patty Mills,
I was like, they have a pretty good support cast now, which they
most
did not,
definitely.
have last year. Because everyone went down. Kyrie went down, Harden went down, KD went down himself. He came
Yeah,
back. He tried to Hercules his way into the further into the playoffs. He couldn't do it, which is fine because he was hurt. Like literally, he was hurting. He came back. Like he shouldn't have come back.
yes,
Whatever. That's the point. But now he has good backups, dude. And I'm not talking about como se llama, Blake Griffin or whatever. But Patty's a good backup. I actually don't even know who their
who the rest of their supporting
rosters.
cast
Yeah,
is.
yeah. But yeah. Well, what do you think, Art? I mean, right now in chat. Oh, my bad. I have what do I have this? My bad. Right now in chat, they have it's like how players are willing to play for the bubble but just not take the vaccine. I don't know. It's just like I think Kyrie, specifically Kyrie, I think he's just like kind of really kind of drama. He just like to stir the pot. He just like to throw a wrench in the machine every so often, just because I don't know. I honestly, I think he just has, you know, issues, you know, which is fine. That's, I guess, we all do. Um, I mean, we do, right? But dude, it's like Shaq was saying, not just Shaq. It's like, dude, unfortunately, bro, people look up to you, like, and
Yeah,
and that's the price. Like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, cool. Give us back our 200 million. Bye. No, well, I mean, pues, ¿qué onda? We're paying you, you know, I know a quarter of our damn budget for players. You damn well better play. So I don't know. I'm not, not like that, but you gotta kind of know your responsibility, especially in basketball, dude. Where in basketball, one single player can affect the team so much, because it's
yeah,
only like 14 of them or whatever, and like
yes,
what 8, 9 rotate. So
something like that. Yeah.
like a regular rotation. What do you think?
No, and some people even blame Kyrie for their previous Brooklyn coach. I mean, I can't say his name. The one before Steve Nash was hired. That Brooklyn coach was the one who kind of set things in motion to get Durant and to like start winning more games and make Brooklyn more relevant, because they were a pretty shitty team for a good while until they made the right moves and they started winning games under the previous coach. And then they got Kyrie on board, and Kyrie really didn't like the coach. And obviously, the organization's like, we got to please Kyrie, so let's just
Yeah.
get a new coach. And everyone's like, how the hell you get Steve Nash? What kind of coaching background does he have over other qualified candidates out there? But in the end of the day, what coaching do they do? Very minimal when you have Durant and Irving, who pretty much take the helm themselves. Limited coaching. Uh, I know definitely if Brooklyn got rid of Kyrie, they'd still be fine. Now, who would want to roll the dice and get Kyrie in his diva status? I don't know. He's definitely not advertising himself as a trustworthy guy.
Yeah, the names that
Great ball player, just not trustworthy.
pop out in here. Just so obviously Joe Harris, Patty Mills, Paul Millsap. I mean, I guess.
Millsap was a more recent one. I don't know if
Uh,
Aldrich got signed back with him.
Rich did get signed back.
Good for him.
He's for the minimum 1.6, and then
Yep.
Bembley. I don't know where he's from. I think he's from the Raptors. And then the other
Sure, why
one is
not?
Bruce Brown, Miami. What is he? What is he? Oh, he's like a second year. 8 points. He's 8 points, averaging 8 points. Not bad. 8, 5, and 2. So it's like a good. So I don't know. We'll still need to see how like there's a lot of season even to be played, and even then how the trade deadlines and stuff like that.
Oh, no doubt.
But
And not
Patty Mills is definitely gonna have a big role in this team. Don't get me wrong though.
right now, and not to interrupt from our basketball talk, just something that came up to mind with back to baseball. Since the Red Sox did lose this evening, that means they're actually tied with the Seattle Mariners for that last wild card spot over there in the American League. So that was just something
Ooh,
else. So
nice,
Seattle,
nice.
man, their hopes are getting better each day. But I don't want to jinx them. Toronto's just on their tails as well. So we'll just keep posted on. Well, we'll fucking know by the end of the weekend what's going to happen. But no, that's just something extra to say. Back to basketball, since we're going into divas and stars, hating stars. Philadelphia 76ers superstar Joel Embiid called the situation with his disgruntled co-star Ben Simmons, quote, disappointing and borderline kind of disrespectful to the rest of the team.
Okay.
So the comments came Thursday after a report by The Athletic that Simmons feels like his partnership with Embiid has, quote, run its course.
Damn.
Simmons has yet to report to training camp and intends to hold out until he is traded. Embiid also pushed back on Simmons' reported belief that the Sixers chose to build around their all-star big man in a way that does not fit his own style of play, arguing that the team has always tried to accommodate Embiid more so. Uh, so obviously some heavy feelings there in this breakup situation. Everyone in the grandma knows Simmons. He ain't gonna suit up and play for Philly no more. Uh, I think the Spurs were trying to, maybe get him on board, and obviously Philly's just, they're like this episode of Pawn Stars and shit. They're asking for too much, and the other team's like, "What the hell? He's just one guy. Like
It's
he's not even that proven. Like,
it's
why do you want so much?"
all I can give you is this dude.
They want draft picks and chings of money. No,
Yeah,
Simmons. I mean,
they
he's
want
quality.
first. I want let's see. Give me all your first, second from the next 2 years. But wait, what? And what other players you got, dude? You're already building your own team with one guy. Like, calm down. I don't
And
know.
can you turn your whole organization into like our NBA D League? The fuck for
Dude,
Simmons.
and then the big thing about that also was how
Berg.
Simmons was saying, I can't play with Embiid's style of play. But Embiid was saying, well, we do everything for him. Damn,
Yeah.
dude. Damn. So what is it? Like, what do you think? I mean, personally, look, it's because, dude, I understand. And he's 25? And he went to the league really young and everything like that.
He was a one and done from LSU.
Done. Yeah, LSU. He was really, and he is really good. Like he's not bad. His confidence is shot, dude. It's just shot. It's just shot. Like he's not gonna get it back. He just needs a new team. He just does. For whatever reason, I see him going to Miami. I don't know. I mean, I don't think
give up some pieces.
I was gonna say I don't think they would give up anyone because they just got Lowry, and they have a good solid team over there. So I don't know.
They had a solid team already. Now with Lowry, why do they need to fuck up the chemistry already by getting the unproven Simmons?
So I don't know. Well,
not unproven, but slightly broken Simmons.
I don't know. What do you think? Would you keep, if you're a GM, would you keep Simmons or Embiid?
Embiid.
Really? Why?
I think aside from the style of play, it's just a rare commodity to have a big man in the league that's considered mostly shooters now. He could do the old school muscle ball. Yeah, I mean, you got to deal with the Joker out there with the Nuggets. You need that paint protection. You got Giannis. Dude's fucking tall as hell. Needs some threat to at least alter his projected shots or his path towards the rim, and that's what Embiid offers. I'm sure the percentage of paint shots or dunks or layups, goes way down for the opposing teams if Embiid's on the ground on the floor. Uh, he's got great work ethic. Uh, I mean, you can see him as like the Shaquille O'Neal of our current of the present day. Uh, but yeah, good quality big men are a lot harder to find these days. And that's what I believe Embiid is to be. Whereas Simmons can be replaceable, and at his current stage, he is what I think he's kind of. He's not up there mentally. Something's hindering him in his game. He needs to reevaluate himself, uh, and maybe kind of start back with the basics. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's my reason why I think between Simmons and Embiid, you got to keep Embiid. Who do you think would be more pivotal to keep, and who would be ready to
Right
give
now,
away?
right now, I think I agree with you with Embiid. But I think it depends on. I think it's very team dependent. Because Embiid is because there's very few big men,
That's what I'm
that are
saying.
really,
They're very rare these days.
So I mean, like you said, like I just wouldn't give a commodity like that where like yeah, he gets hurt a lot or whatever, but put a good amount of complementary players around him. Tobias Harris is what's up, dude. Like he's not a like a pushover or anything like that. Maybe get him another score, maybe a 3-pointer, something like that. You know, they can Philadelphia can make a run for its money. I don't know who they would go after, dude. I'm imagine he goes to the Lakers. Why not?
Simmons?
Yeah. But it'd be too
Uh,
much. There'd be too much.
there's already like not a lot of money to go around in La La Land.
Yeah, I don't even know. We need to make a segment about that where he would. I mean, I guess he doesn't really have a lot of time or whatever. I don't know if he's just gonna sit out this year. I guess. I don't know. We'll figure that out. We'll see what happens with him with that.
Oh, no
Um,
doubt, no doubt. That's definitely one of the players to watch out for. Um, now, let's say he does go to any team outside of Philadelphia. Do you think he'll make an immediate impact, or he'll maybe start from the bench?
no, I think he'll make an immediate impact. I think he's just that type of player. Like I said, dude, I think it's just his confidence. Like he's like, dude, I want to like. I
Mhm.
think what it is like, dude, I don't want to play here if they're just, they talk shit to me. You know, like I'm not comfortable here. Like I don't even feel comfortable in my own locker room. Why would I be here? Why would I
Hmm,
play here anymore?
true.
Like I think that's
Toxic
what it is.
situation.
Cause I feel like Embiid, yeah, like he's like a jokester and stuff. Um, but
But
I
he'll
don't.
call you out on your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
And I
take it
don't.
personal,
And I
but
think
it's a
he.
business.
And I think Ben Simmons being as young as he is, he does. You know, where or not. I mean, maybe not that he does or doesn't or whatever. But I just think he, or maybe Embiid, or maybe it's not Embiid, but I just don't think he wants to be there anymore. Like he's like kind of like, dude, I'm done. Like I'm done. Like I quit. I quit the band. You know.
You
Um.
know,
So I don't know how his contract situation is, but I know that obviously he does need to fulfill it, or else obviously he has to forfeit some of the money, or not most, or something like that. But I know he can't just sign with another team. He has to either fulfill his contract or
get
um,
traded.
get traded.
He's
I
bought
mean,
out and traded. Shit like that.
he can retire,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
but he
He'll
has to
take some
wait.
time off
Yeah, but he has to wait. Oh, I don't know how that works because I know for NFL you have to do something or whatever. Can something gay?
because everyone thought that's what Aaron Rodgers would do:
Well, yeah, and
retire and then come back after some time.
I mean that's like what Gronk kind of did.
True that. That's a good example. Yeah, Gronkowski.
Yeah, so something like that. I don't know. I don't know how it works with basketball, but I don't think he would do that route. I think he would just like kind of wait it out. I was like, fuck it, like I don't need to get paid. Like I have money. I'm just gonna wing it out, and I'll just go to play wherever I want. Even though I don't understand why you wouldn't want to play there, but whatever. I really don't know what team would be a good team for him.
That's okay. Well, I mean, there's speculation going on.
The only
We'll
thing
talk about it more.
the only
Let me
thing
think one.
I can imagine him wanting to do maybe would be go to the Raptors just because it's Canada.
What's that have to do with anything? He's Australian.
Oh, he is Australian. He's Australian. No, who's Canadian? Who's Canadian? It's not Kyrie. No, Kyrie's also Australian.
Kyrie Irving?
Yeah.
No.
Wait.
Or if he is, I don't know about it.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
But for sure, Simmons, he's Australian because everyone was like, "Is he going to be in the Olympics this past Olympics that happened?" He's like, "No, he's going to take time
Yeah,
to
yeah. He
fix
was
his
born.
shit."
Kyrie Irving was born in Melbourne, Australia.
Good for him. Doesn't sound like it though. All right, I have one more basketball headline,
All right,
but
go for it.
no. Do you have any more of your own? Because
Oh
mine's
no,
more like a technical thing.
no, not at all.
Okay, real quick. NBA is to let coaches challenge out of bounds rulings within the final 2 minutes of the game. So, instant replay of out of bounds violations within the final 2 minutes of a regulation or overtime of NBA games this season will be initiated via a coach's challenge rather than by a referee. So the NBA Board of Governors approved this change as per Wednesday to be on a 1 year trial basis. Under the previous rule, coaches could not challenge an out of bounds ruling within those final 2 minutes. The change now allows coaches to do that challenge, uh, like we see in college football and pro football challenges being done. So coaches can now challenge an out of bounds ruling at any point in the game. I don't know how many they get per game. Uh, who knows if this will slow things down a bit or maybe get calls correct. I think that's probably why they chose to do this because they thought games were being too long because each time the refs would have to like huddle up and deliberate, which is fine. You want to get the call right. Yeah, you know what? The refs can leave some of that burden to the coaches if they want to bitch about it. Give them the opportunity to do it. So, uh, you get two chances to do it, something like that. So, what do you think about this whole coaches can now challenge them out of bounds plays? What out of bounds rulings? Excuse me.
I mean that's kind of cool. I mean I don't think it's gonna affect the game as much. Um, out of bounds is a little bit more of a NFL type of thing, or more NFL like issue, if you will.
Uh-huh.
Just because where the ball is, and was it a touchdown? Did it break the plane? Whereas in basketball, it's more for like position.
And it gets a
Uh,
lot trickier to see them replays
yeah,
because, like the ball, like you can't really see the
like yeah,
vantage point, and
because
it's
the
under a
guys
sea of
like
people's legs.
I was gonna say because the guy like in football like guys literally creating the ball like literally he's creating cradling the ball
There you go.
while another cradling the ball while another guy essentially cradles him like hugs or tackles him or whatever. So the ball's like, dude, where's the ball or whatever. No. People are like, no, bro, they have a lot of cameras. Like, well, yeah, but like there's not a lot of space.
No, and in basketball, you see guys go up and like the hands kind of like both simultaneously touch the ball, and maybe just a little bit of one guy's pinky can like who the hell's pinky was that? Like
Yeah, it's
that
like,
shit is
yeah.
very difficult to go through. But yeah, fuck it, give the coaches a shot
I
to
mean,
like
and I can see them coaches just doing it.
put faith in their bitching.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Challenge.
know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the out of bounds thing is I don't know. I feel it's like a little too much because then they're gonna start doing like penalties or violations. Or gonna like try to I
Oh,
challenge that violation.
you
Oh
think this is a
Jesus.
gateway
Yeah, to kind of like
for
dude, we're
coaches
gonna
to
be
have more avenues to bitch about things
yeah
and
like
slow the game down?
I mean, and I think refs are doing a little bit, I don't know, or maybe they get a VAR type of ref, which I mean, dude, they already do replays all the time anyway. But
Yeah.
maybe have like maybe have like a press box ref, where
We have like we'll do tennis. We'll have like a big ass guy sitting on a tower with the binoculars and shit. I think one of our YouTubers out there, Ryan, saying basketball is played in such a small space vis-a-vis the basketball court. Why do they even need replays to begin with? Uh,
Yeah.
oh no! I mean, yeah, there should be definitely a lot more cameras at different speeds. I think like all the fans and shit that are sitting in the baseline, gotta move them back more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I always thought, that's too dangerous. Do you seen a lot of plays where players jump into the stands for
Dude,
loose
and then
balls,
players like Shaq, dude. Like Shaq is coming at you like
could lay out
he like
somebody
boom, okay, gets the ball in, and then it's just like free fall of like almost
It-
400 pounds of muscle.
for real? You can get
Like
the
God
what's his
damn. Like
name? Is he gonna get Zion Williamson? He's gonna try to like lay out little Timmy on his birthday with his dad and shit. Like all he wanted to do was just see a Pelicans game. Well, you're in the hospital now because Zion Williamson just had to tackle that ball. But I
yeah,
digress. I'm just saying fans should not be able to sit so close to the players.
yeah.
Especially you got spit and blood and sweat all over the ground. It's a goddamn slip and slide. Just accidents waiting to happen. I'm sure there's a whole video montage on whatever YouTubes or TikToks, Instagrams that show all these incidents at games that they don't air on live television. I'd like to see that compilation.
There we go. There he goes. All right, guys. TikTok idea. Send it to Superfan Art. Let us know.
Okay, but we got your viewpoint. I agree with you. The coaches getting more challenges, more authority to do challenges.
And it's like
Could slow the game down a little bit more.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's just gonna be like, oh, why challenge that? And it's like gonna be like, oh, I challenge it, fine. I lost, the challenge, but I have time. Like now, I give my players rest, or we drop a play in the meantime. So it's gonna be strategic in the sense it's like, oh, dude, here we go, another commercial. Like
And it's probably Geico or Kia
yeah,
for the 50th time.
and
today.
honestly, how for real. And then for serious, like for real, like, and then I don't know if
Be
you
real,
guys,
son.
If I don't know if you guys for real, you want me to get real, son? You want me to be real?
Be real, son.
You want me to be real? All right. I think that the companies, I guess, I hope you guys are paying attention. Keep the whole where like the game is still on, and then you picture like a commercial on the side or whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like,
I know
oh,
what
the
you mean.
commercial's going on, and then the game's still going on, or whatever. The cameras, just like the regular game, but then like, oh, okay, commercial, okay, get a game, buy this shit or whatever. Oh, okay, we'll buy it all the time. Boom, 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 and then that's it. So, but I don't know. What do you think?
You're saying that there should be more of those commercials, picture
No,
on picture, or less of those?
I think
So
should
that-
be more of those, so they can still have like the game going on.
Oh, okay.
But
Fucking have a gruesome like basketball injury. The dude's, oh my fucking ACL, and here got Burger King, home of the new quarter pound king, fucking on his leg and shit.
the guy's like,
Uh,
oh, paid.
Damn,
like,
Burger King, I won't see that injury.
Zoom in. No, don't. Please don't.
And
And all right, zoom into the leg. Cut.
like lip
Oh,
readers
God.
can know he's cussing. Let's put a commercial on his face.
But he's all like,
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
then they're like, boy, looks like he's doing all right. No, he's not, bro. He's not. Like, what are you talking about, bro? I don't know. But they do. I mean, they did at there. It's kind of crazy. I mean, this kind of like real tangent or whatever. But I don't know if you guys remember on the Euros, that was it Switzerland? I think it was a guy from Switzerland where he got the heart attack or got the attack or whatever.
Mhm.
Dude, like ESPN, like I mean, they don't know because. I mean, it's not something that happens often in soccer, but it does unfortunately happen. It's kind of like
I think during the playoffs, one of the referees for like a Phoenix Suns game, he just like collapsed and like he
yeah,
had like sort of a stroke or heart attack.
yeah, dude. I mean, these are very intense games. I mean, even if you're not an athlete yourself, just being around the whole intensity of the game, you feel it, dude. I mean, and you guys have, people have gone to actual like live games or whatever, and really know how that feels like. But yeah, dude. I mean, it happens, and in soccer, unfortunately, a lot more. Because players can like get real dehydrated. That's why, like in I forgot which World Cup that they actually added 15 minutes. I'm sorry, 10-minute intermission, so the players can hydrate. Because
it's not the upcoming one.
This upcoming one is gonna be the official one where like they're officially gonna add it, but they're experimenting with like I don't think it was a Euro World Cup. It might have been like one of those championships or something like that. But anyways, or Olympics maybe, I don't know, whatever. But that's crazy, right? Because like I mean, this player. So, anyways, this player fell, and this and that, and ESPN, unfortunately, they didn't do a very good job of, essentially shying away, from the camera. UK, and it was kind of crazy because like you would see the UK, camera crew, and they kind of already knew. They're like, oh, okay, like, let's put it away, or whatever. And then I mean, God damn it, Americans, we like the guy was like moving around trying to get inside like a small window, trying to see what's going in or whatever, because his teammates were blocking. They started blocking because it was like a really gruesome injury.
Yeah, they really wanted to see what was up,
and then but
like a teammate should.
Yeah, and then so they all blocked it or whatever. But dude, the camera guy was like, God damn, like trying to zoom in between the legs and everything. I was like, dude,
what? So, can we get his screaming face? Oh, he's just there, motionless. Can we get his motionless face?
Like,
oh, can I get nope? Oh,
I was like, oh, zoom in. Is his eyes closed? Dude, this is national TV. I don't know. It was like really bad taste. I mean, I know it's like really I shouldn't like laugh or whatever, right? But I mean, I'm glad he's okay now, right? But honestly, like, it's where one of those things where I don't know, they kind of don't shy. Sometimes they don't shy away, and and the ESPN got in trouble for that. Like,
oh, no doubt, no doubt.
But it was just, this is crazy.
Nice.
Right.
No, it's a good conversation. I mean, we got a little bit off tangent off this whole coaching challenges.
Yeah, I was like,
but then we got into advertising, and then we got into how sports media like to they don't give a shit about what's going on because they got to keep the fans happy and the sponsors happy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So going with that, no, it's gonna cause a lot more commercials. So no. Less commercials. Yes.
Yeah. And so this rant was brought to you by Studio 13th Day in association with was it Ariel's
Tasmagoria.
Damn it, I wanted to say it. Tasmagoria. Gotta keep the sponsors happy. Nice. I think that wraps it up for NBA talk. We'll keep the Simmons watch going. Clap. Can we just quickly knock out football, college, and then we can get into the big boys,
all right,
the pros?
Cool. Let's do some football, college football. Talk to me, Superfan Art.
Thank you very much, Dan. For those of you who haven't been watching any of the MLB baseball games, if you currently switch to ESPN, is currently airing the Virginia-Miami Hurricanes football game. It's a tight game. Not gonna lie. It's just a two-point differential. Already approaching 5 minutes left in the fourth, so it should be a nail biter towards the end. But some of the outlook for this weekend, if you want some football action Friday, you got the Houston Cougars versus Tulsa. You got number 5 Iowa taking on the Maryland Terrapins. Don't sleep on Maryland. They're kind of like a sleeper team. You got 13 BYU playing Utah State, I guess, for the Friday evening game. And we got a couple of big juggernaut matches on Saturday. We got the first one, number 8 Arkansas versus number 2 Georgia, 11 a.m. You got 14 Michigan versus Wisconsin. You got my own Texas Longhorns versus TCU. That's also 11 a.m. Semi-big game, ranked opponent. You got number 7 Cincinnati versus number 9 Notre Dame. I think one of probably aside from that Arkansas game, which is Georgia, the other heavy hitter game is number 12 Ole Miss versus number 1 Alabama. No doubt I'm going to be rooting for them Rebels. That's about 2:30 the afternoon, probably on ABC. Number 3 Oregon Ducks versus Stanford. Uh, Number 6 Oklahoma. Hopefully they get upset by Kansas State Wildcats. Uh, I know a game Danny will be looking at. It's going to be on ESPN2 at 5. You got UTSA Roadrunners. Them Roadrunners are currently seeking to be, was it 4-0? No, 5-0 maybe, versus UNLV. Evan's old alma mater. I think they're also the Rebels. That's because Evan lived in Vegas for a while, and he did a couple of, not stage work, but pre-game work for some of them games out there where the Raiders play for the University of Northern Las Vegas. I digress. For you Aggie fans, number 15 A&M going to play Mississippi State. Our boys in Baylor, the Waco. Number 21 Bears are going to play number 19 Oklahoma State Cowboys. That should be a pretty decent evening game. Towards the end, you got number 22 Auburn versus LSU and Arizona State versus UCLA. So, just a quick tidbit about some of these more important games. Ole Miss visits Alabama Saturday, what should be one of Week 5's most exciting games. On one side, you have Lane Kiffin's offense, led by Heisman contender Matt Corral, fresh off of a bye week and a 16-21 stomping of Tulane University the week before that. On the other hand, you have one of the most impressive dynasties in all sports, or even professional or college, which is Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama leads the series between the two teams, 52-10-2. It's not necessarily a rivalry by any means, but with both teams looking as good as they have been, and the history between these two coaches, we're set up for a fun afternoon in Tuscaloosa between these two. For those of you who don't know, Lane Kiffin was at one point an assistant under Saban. I think notably he got chewed out a couple of times. Even on national television, you could see Saban be like verbally bashing of Kiffin. I think later on, Kiffin, he was the head coach of Florida Atlantic University. I don't know where he bounced after that, but he finds himself on Ole Miss. So definitely one game not to miss. The other one, I want to mention, number 8, Arkansas, number 2, Georgia, the noon Razorbacks revival has already thrown a wrench into Steve Sarkisian's first season with Texas, and Jimbo Fisher's hopes to contend for the SEC title this year with A&M. The Hogs coach, Sam Pittman, spent 4 years as an assistant to Kirby Smart in Athens. He knows what he's up against. And then there's the matter of some of the history. Now, the Hogs, they haven't won a top 10 matchup on the road since beating number 1 Texas back in 1964. Here's what to watch. Georgia's gone 35 straight games without allowing a team to run for 200 yards in a game. Arkansas has rushed for 200 yards in 3 of its 4 games this year and finished with 197 in the other one. Texas A&M might be on Georgia's level yet, but the Aggies are built almost like a Georgia light. Like a light beer, with a power running game and a stout defensive line. So the Razorbacks have no problem standing up to either Texas or A&M, but Georgia could be a different story. But either way, Razorbacks are quite the story, the up-and-coming story this year. Now, the team I'm going to be looking at is my Horns versus the Horned Frogs. Now that we established what TCU is currently going through, allow us to point that Texas is averaging 47 points per game this season, even after scoring just 21 in the loss at Arkansas. Coach Patterson of TCU, he is 6-1 against Texas in their past 7 matchups against the Longhorns. However, he'll need to round his defense into shape quickly, though, because the Frogs have allowed 1,037 yards of offense within their past 2 games, which were against Cal and SMU. Now, when they faced SMU, the Mustangs had 2 running backs go over the 100-yard mark, and Texas's own B.Jen Robinson, I think he's been averaging 100 or more yards in these past few games alone. So definitely, like I said, this would be a good tune-up game for Texas Longhorns. You know, get rid of TCU, learn what spots you need to improve on, because guess what? You got that Red River rivalry versus OU the next weekend after that. So, like, definitely one of the best college traditions, rivalries, and all sport. In college football. Uh, so definitely, hopefully, take care of them Horned Frogs, and we'll move on from there. So speaking of Oklahoma, they're going to be they're traveling to Kansas State. What do you know about Oklahoma? Uh, these are
Already
not the Sooners.
sucks.
Aside from that, which everybody knows, these are not the Sooners of old who used to light up the scoreboards uh, while holding on for dear life on defense. So under Alex Grinch, the Oklahoma D, especially last season, has been salty this year. Sooners have beaten 3 FBS teams by a combined 15 points, and the defense is coming up big. Quarterback Spencer Rattler has pretty much been a pedestrian. I mean, after you come off seasons with Jalen Hurts and it's the what's his name, Kyler Murray, and even during that time you had Baker Mayfield, three pretty good QBs, all of which are currently respective starters in the NFL. Spencer Rattler, he's not cut from the same cloth. Like he's been a little bit iffy. I think in the last game they had against the West Virginia, he definitely got sacked a bunch of times, a little bit of immature. Uh, so it said Coach Lincoln Riley, he swears they're just a few ticks off and we'll get there soon. But he also said that in case they were a quarterback, in case they were, yeah, this is a case where a quarterback is playing to win, managing the game, and letting the defense also do its part. So facing Kansas State in Manhattan, the Sooners' first road game since announcing they're leaving the Big 12 is dangerous. And the Sooners know it because the Wildcats have upset the Sooners each of the past 2 seasons. It was 48-41 back in Manhattan. And then the year after that, it was 38-35 when they were in Norman, Oklahoma. So since 2019, K-State coach Chris Kleiman has 8 wins as an underdog, which is the most in FBS in that span. The Sooners are 7-point favorites, but they're sure has the look of another nail biter. And then, since we're a little bit pressed for time, and it is Mezzo Forte Sportz After Dark. After Dark. Oh my God. Thank you, Dimitri, after 10 p.m. We're drinking a little bit more heavily. We're unrated, uncut, unsolicited, unmarketed. Just a quick update on what I'm sipping on. I've been drinking, not gonna lie. I'm drinking some more St. Arnold's own Oktoberfest. Guten Tag, mother truckers. For all the Pro lines and Broheims out there. Danny, are you drinking anything on your end?
Yes, of course. You guys know my Manzanita Sol sponsoring coming soon. They will. They'll watch this and be like, I need that guy in my life. Yeah. But but other than that, yeah, of course we do have After Dark today and forever. Dude, I love After Dark. It's just, makes me all excited and fuzzy inside. So in this case, obviously, we're gonna go ahead and continue with our. Wait, did you finish college?
I'm gonna skip the whole number 7 Cincinnati versus number 9 Notre Dame. That's at 2:30. Don't really care about either team, but should be a pretty impressive matchup. Just the last thing I was gonna say was, you have in the evening, you have the number 21 Baylor and number 19 Oklahoma State. Now, for the first time since the Big 12 started back in 1996, both of these two teams are entering this matchup, both of them as undefeated. Baylor is emerging as one of the surprising teams of the season. They knocked off Iowa State last week after finishing 2-7 in 2020. The one thing we know about Mike Gundy's OSU teams is that they're always willing and capable of a run of their own. Spencer Sanders was incredible in last week's win over number 25 Kansas State, going 22 for 34 for 344 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, obviously I don't like Oklahoma State as much as I like Oklahoma. And Baylor, I'll root for Baylor whenever they're not playing my Longhorns, or when they're not screwing up my Longhorns' chances at a Big 12 title.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll go for the Baylor. Fuck it, go Bears.
There we go. There we go.
Whatever y'all tell them.
There we go. Good job, guys. Good job.
And
job,
I mean, that's pretty much wrapping up my college talk. Just viewing our YouTube. One of our guys, Ryan, out there on YouTube. What's up, man? He says he's drinking this humid air.
all right.
I know it's been fucking raining all up and down most parts of South Texas,
Yeah.
SA, Laredo included. Currently walking his dog. He does say cheers to us. So we say in return, cheers to you and all of the viewers out there, whatever platform, and all the haters, lovers. Thanks for your support. Cheers to y'all.
Cheers to y'all.
All right. Bam. College done. Let's get to the big boys. Pros.
All right. Let's go ahead and
Go for it, Dan.
do a little change in here.
Change it up, girl. Change it up.
Put some little more hardcore. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. All right, we're gonna have to go ahead and go into our gridiron news with the big boys. Obviously, we're gonna talk a little bit of some NFL. What is it? NFL Week 4. So Week 4, guys. Already,
Week 4
man.
started tonight.
It started tonight.
And a game nobody gave a shit about. Jaguars, Bengals.
Absolutely no one. I didn't even have. Yeah, and I was like, did I have anyone? No, I don't have anyone.
Okay, I do got a running back, but I'm sure he's doing okay.
Wait, who do you play? Oh, I'm like playing.
I got Mixon from the Bengals.
Oh, okay, I'm mixing too. Okay, then I do have someone playing. But you know.
Okay. That game currently in the fourth quarter. Actually, the score's tied.
Nice. There we go.
With about less than 5.5 left in the game.
Nice. So we'll go right into our NFL talk. In this case, we'll start with our On Fire 5. So our On Fire 5 is actually just going to be our top 5 games for the week. For top 5 games for mine, we'll talk a little bit about what you guys think. If you guys like it as well, if you don't like it, if you agree, don't agree, disagree, and you think I'm dumb, whatever, definitely let me know.
Cool deal. All right. You want to begin?
All
or
right.
I begin?
Go for it. You go first.
Okay. 5 games that I feel could be worth watching more so than the others.
Yeah.
I mean, without a doubt, my first finger has to go down for the Cowboys and the Panthers playing at noon on Sunday. It's another home game for Cowboys in AT&T Stadium. They did a great job handling Jalen Hurts and company this past Monday. So right now the Panthers, they're no joke, man. They're 3-0 for a reason. We saw that spectacular kick from the legendary Justin Tucker, which you might have something to say about later.
Yeah.
They're just finding ways. Sam Darnold, he's coming into his own. He's finally on a good squad. He's proven people that he wasn't a shitty quarterback. It was just the situation with the Jets, and they're beating. If McCaffrey's healthy, they can contend with just about anybody in the league. Or at least that's how it feels right now, being 3-0.
Yeah,
so that's my first game to watch. Cool. Another good one, I think, is you got the Rams Cardinals. Cardinals are, well, both teams also are 3-0. It's going to be a home game for the Rams in that beautiful SoFi Stadium. That's another success story. Matthew Stafford, excuse me.
Whoa.
Matthew Stafford is another one, just like Sam Darnold. Matthew Stafford proven he's not a shitty quarterback. It was just he had not a great situation about when he was with Detroit all these years. Now he's having the time to shine with one of the most dominant defenses you can have, and the more clutch guys. And there's a receiver. What's his name? Don't tell me. Cup, right? For the Rams.
Cup, and then I stick almost with my Cooper too. Oh no, not Cooper. Stay Cup and Hunter.
Hunter, that's right.
Is it Hunter?
I'll take your word for it. Point is,
something like that. I'll look for it. Yeah, but you continue talking. Go for it.
no problem. and then Kyler Murray and the likes of DeAndre Hopkins and este Fitzgerald, uh, Cardinals. I mean, their offense could light up people at times. I don't know if they're known for the defense, but if it becomes a shootout, which I don't think it would, but if it does, it should lead to a very entertaining game. That's going to be like the afternoon game at 3. Hopefully, it gets aired. Uh, so yeah, both teams undefeated. After that today, one of them will be a one-loss team. Third game that could be interesting is the Niners Seahawks. Currently, Russell Wilson's a little bit of a slump right now. I should know he's my quarterback on fantasy. Uh, they're currently 1-2. The game is going to be held in San Francisco. The Niners are currently 2-1. Uh, right now, things are going okay with their situation with the quarterbacks. Uh, I think was it the backup Lance? He's getting a little bit of shared time, uh, doing the whole, two quarterback system there. So it'd be interesting to see if they want to continue that or, you know, have just one solid starter for the whole game for the Niners, with Garoppolo as the main dude. So hopefully Seahawks can bounce back because I need them fantasy wise. Uh, well, you got the Monday night Raiders Chargers. Chargers are arguably everyone says they should have been a 3-0 team. It's just stupid mistakes on offense is what's been killing them. Very preventable mistakes, mind you. Uh, they've been lighting it up with the likes of Eckler and their receiver Williams. Uh, they can march down the field pretty quickly if you're not careful. The Raiders, I know they kind of squeaked by with a little bit of a close call with the Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa less Dolphins team, but the Raiders. I mean, they're always they always come to play. Uh, they're going to be playing in Los Angeles, so I mean for a Monday night game, that's a pretty damn premium kind of game. So it'll be exciting. Uh, one game that should already be a foregone conclusion who's going to win. But just to see what the reaction is the Bucks and Brady in
Oh
his
yeah.
return to the Patriots for the
Yes.
first time since becoming a Buck. Uh, I think they said like the tickets to that game, like I don't know how much percent markup they went up, but I'm sure it's crazy, like probably a couple $100 for the cheap seats. So that's fucked up. But yeah, this would be something interesting. See how the return is, the student versus the master, and then all the shit like a book
Everything
came
with
out,
it, yeah.
some drama that Belichick he didn't give a shit about me. Like when I left the team, he just said goodbye over the phone. Damn,
That
that's true.
was
That's fucked up.
yeah. I don't know. I feel
All
like
those
that was.
years and championships he gave you, give him more personal. So
I feel
goodbye.
like that might have been dramatized, but just for the book.
Oh yeah, just to sell the book.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I can see Belichick doing some shit like that where it's just like damn.
Yeah. And then what? My last game, just for entertainment wise, it's all Sunday at 3:30 ish. You got the Ravens playing at the Broncos.
Yeah.
Now Broncos, they're low key, under the radar. They're 3-0. Nobody, I don't even know they were 3-0 until just recent. So okay, they've been doing some things right, but I mean, then again, who they've been playing? I don't know who exactly they've been beating. I'll check it out. Meanwhile, the Ravens are 2-1. They the likes of Lamar Jackson, who I think is going a little bit of he had like a little bit of flare up in his back. It was reported. I think he'd be okay for that game. Uh, the Ravens, they had
Wait,
that
what
great
was that? All
like
your five?
I think so. If I'm missing one, I'll just throw
I think the
one in
Ravens. I
as
think the
extra.
Ravens the last one. Yeah, the Ravens last one.
Let's just say it's my last one.
All right.
Okay, so the Broncos, they're 3-0, but guess who they've been beating on? They beat the New York Giants 27-13.
God.
They beat the Jaguars 23-13. And they beat the Jets 26 to
I was
0.
literally gonna say the Jets, dude. I was
you beat
literally.
you're 3-0, but you beat the worst three teams that you could play. So don't get all high and mighty and think you're all the shit out there mile high. And I think Lamar Jackson and Justin Tucker are gonna give you a dose of reality.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's gonna be very,
but yeah, it
very
should be just
interesting.
fun. Smash mouth basketball, football. Uh, so yeah, if they show it, fuck it,
Oh
I'll watch
no.
it.
Yeah,
Uh,
so I
yeah, those
think
are my some of my games. What do you think? What are your games, bro?
yeah, I think for me it's gonna be very similar. So obviously I do have the Bucks and Patriots, right? You know, the battle of the goats, you know, Brady versus versus Belichick. I think it's gonna be more of an emotional game. More than obviously, the Bucks are way better than the Patriots, but it's just gonna be
Mm-hmm.
one of those where it's like, oh, look at him, how they reacted, and it's gonna be a very huge media invested.
And also
Uh,
Gronk. Don't forget it's Gronk's game back too.
true that as well. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to spike it or whatever, like something crazy or whatever, like yeah, boom, you know, like. But anyways, for me, that's that one. That's one. You didn't mention also the Raiders Chargers. I think
Monday night. Mm-hmm.
yeah, their current company. They're slowly putting a very strong playoff contender campaign. You know, they're gonna be testing against the Chargers that they actually shocked the Chiefs earlier this year. Sherman just kind of looking at chat. Sherman does actually might start this Sunday. He has to
Oh.
clear waivers. I think health waivers, and I think he
Okay.
clears them
Yeah. True.
on Saturday night, so he's eligible technically on Sunday. But they're gonna kind of figure it out because I think it's Sunday in the morning. I think that's where they play when they play, and I think they have a the 12 or noon game or whatever. So they might play Sherman. That's gonna be dirty. Like him playing there. But yeah, going back to the Raiders and Chargers. I think the Chargers or the Raiders do win. Um, I think
Okay.
Derek
Okay.
Carr pulls it off. I think it's more Derek Carr right now more than anything. But I can see it go either way. You know, the Chargers are just pulling upsets left and right, dude. Like they're balling. Um, for me, the third game is the battle of the threes. LOL. So Cardinals versus Rams. So a whole bunch of animals going in there. So it should be a very template game for both teams to build on. So what does that mean? So you know, the Cardinals are kind of rolling. They're 3-0, right? But um, you know, are they a true contender 3-0? You know, where you know who have they really played? What's their identity? Yeah, Kyler Murray is putting 300 yards in the air, 100 rushing minimum, right? But you know, so is Lamar. You know, yeah, Lamar's 2-1, but I would trust Lamar way more than Kyler or Murray. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
Still, obviously Matt, he did beat Brady and Mahomes. I mean, yeah, obviously, you have Aaron Donald, the Ramsey or whatever, which is damn good. But still, I mean, it's still hard to do that. Definitely a really good game to kind of keep out. That's gonna be obviously whoever falls gonna be 3-1. Next one, last one's gonna be one of the few 4-0 teams if they continue with that. Jaguars Bengals. I did do that one just because it's a battle of the ones. Yeah, I know, but it's Trevor Lawrence versus Joe Burrow. They did meet in college. LSU versus Clemson. They're not gonna match professionally, so we'll see how that works out. The
I
last one
guess.
yeah, I know, random, and then the last one it's gonna be Chiefs, Eagles. So the Mahomes and Chiefs finally looking to make a comeback on their season as they battle O-line woes. The Eagles do need a win desperately. After beating a very bad Falcons team. They beat them. Week 1, everyone was exciting. Jalen Hurts is the next big thing, or whatever. Everyone pick him up on your wire or whatever, right? And then boom, nada. I mean, he actually is putting up points in fantasy, but that doesn't really matter. If you're losing games, well, at least for the
Yep.
team, whatever. For the Eagles, unfortunately, need a win. They need a win. They cannot afford to go 1-4 or 1-3. I mean, that's bad, dude. But if you think about it, neither can the Chiefs. I mean, it's the Chiefs. Even though I think they would probably be the only team I would probably trust just to come back, but mathematically, coming back from 1-3 is damn hard. You know, like yeah, you can win, but you still need a whole bunch of mofo's to lose too. You know,
Yeah.
and it's just if you're losing and you're like, nah, trust them to come back. Okay, well, why are you losing? Are you improving on why you're losing? And if you're not, then what makes you think you're gonna win? you know, if everyone at the beginning is supposed to be healthy and we're supposed to kind of figure out, but like now the whole O line is done. I don't know. What do you think about that one?
Sorry, man. I was distracted because one of
Chiefs.
the Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs, Eagles. Dude, who do you think? Well, I guess my question. I didn't really ask a question, but I guess my question would be, who do you think is under the most pressure? Because either team is gonna go 1-3, or 2-2, which is not even good either. So, but it's definitely damn better than 1-3. What do you think? Who's under the most pressure right now? That would be my last fifth game. Chiefs
No, no,
or
it's cool.
Eagles?
And just to preface that with one of the matchups that you said earlier that was on your list, the Bengals to Jacksonville, which we didn't even see, but you said it was on your list of games that you'd like on your top five, whatever. Well, the end happened already. Cincinnati was able to win by narrow margin, mind you. They beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 24-21. I don't
Wow.
know so much about the stats or whatever, who went off, or if my
Wow.
quarterback, Joe Mixon, was able to get me them points. Technically, our quarterback.
I was like, yeah,
Different
or
leagues,
running back,
but we
running
have the
back.
same running back. Excuse me. But yeah, Cincinnati won. So I think Jacksonville moves to what 0-4. They even won a game. I don't think they won a game. Jacksonville. Oh
Uh,
no.
no, I don't think they have.
Nope. And not this week neither. So they're
Oh, damn.
definitely shooting for that top draft pick next year as well.
You got knocked the fuck out,
Now,
man.
going back, who is more pressured, Kansas City or the Eagles? I say it's more on Kansas. They already established a couple of years of winning seasons, Super Bowl win and Super Bowl loss. And everyone had high hopes for them this year. They kind of messed the chemistry up by replacing the majority of their old line with new faces. I'm not saying that's particularly why they have a little bit of issues right now, but I think they're under more pressure, more so than the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles, they just keep trying to shift quarterbacks. Finally got rid of Wentz. They're like, Hurts, you're the guy now. So they're still trying to experiment, whereas Kansas City's more established. They should have no excuses why they aren't, beating teams by two or more touchdowns. So I think they're under more pressure to, get back to the postseason more so than the Eagles are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and both teams suffered embarrassing losses of their own. Uh, so yeah, the pressure's on to bounce back after them losses for both squads.
No, yeah. I agree. I think that one of the things that it's because it's hard, dude. It's hard to win a Super Bowl, bro. They cut through. It's hard to win a Super Bowl. It's hard to go back. You
Yep.
know, and a lot of things have to happen. Injuries are for real. Like for real, they're a for real thing. And
Be
if
real,
you,
son.
yeah, like you're gonna get real. You're gonna get real.
Be real,
Uh,
son.
it, you know, and it's one of those things that's just unfortunate. If it happens to you, but fortunate if it doesn't. I mean, and it sounds really dumb, but it's especially in football, dude, because there's a lot of moving pieces, and basketball you can at least kind of move around, and kind of protect yourself or whatever. But in football, like how many O line get hurt after the play, you know. There's not even during the play at all, or whatever. They get their ankles rolled over and stuff like that. Yeah, and it's just so it's just part of the game. But sometimes you just get lucky, and you kind of survive the season, and beat everyone. And you have a quarterback like Tom Brady that kind of can handle his stuff or whatever, and that's why the Bucks were able to take it. That's why the Chiefs were able to take it the year before. But even then, you see those two teams struggle. They're struggling, dude. Like, and it's not because they have bad teams. It's just because it's hard. Being consistent, especially in football. Again, there's a lot of movements. Like the O line, yeah, generally it's the starting line, but they still switch them around. The receivers, X and Y's, they switch them around or whatever. There's a lot more. They used to be just one guy and his 2 or 3 camaradas. No, now it's like one guy and then maybe it's this other guy. Dude, this guy has a hot hand, so we're just gonna give it to him. You have your Gallups. Your Terrence, back in the day or whatever. So stuff like that, where like you're for Cowboy fans. So it's like so so stuff like that. So I don't know. Your thoughts on I don't know, what do you I thought the Chiefs were like a big lock. Not a lock, but like at least top 4, getting to the top 4 at the end, where they'll make the championship, possibly to the Super Bowl. But now, dude, like,
Yeah, everyone has them easily as like, okay, postseason, they're definitely going to be there. They're probably going to be like 70, like 73, 3 to 4. I'm not a good odds maker. I gotta say like 75% of people would agree they'd probably make the AFC Championship again. But now,
yeah.
I mean, they're struggling. All the other teams are like, hey, like these Chiefs, like they're actually beatable if you know what to do.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, will they fix some of the issues that they had versus the Chargers, or will other teams exploit uh, all those areas of weakness? Then they figure shit out. Fast.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, it's just you. You have an extra game to kind of figure it out, but you really don't have a lot of time. Who do you have? Who do the Chiefs have in their division? I feel like I don't know that division very well. Hold on.
The AFC.
Yeah.
I know they have to face the likes of the Bills and the Ravens.
Let's see.
I don't know. The Chargers might be there.
All right. Let's see. They are with. Oh, okay. They have the Broncos. They have the Raiders, and they have the Chargers. Dude, espérate.
Well, I was saying AFC in general, but yeah,
Well, I'm
the
saying,
smaller,
like in the dude,
AFC West or something like that.
I was like, they have two conference, dude. Like they can't even get out of their goddamn division. Like,
yeah, they got to go through many hurdles to get to the even bigger hurdles.
Yeah, so,
or their first hurdles are just as big as the next hurdles. But yes, definitely Raiders.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they'll give them a fight, and Chargers will definitely want a round 2 to give another shot at beating up on that Mahomes ass.
Dude, he that was close, dude.
Mahomes.
Oh man, that was close. I literally thought they
Oh no.
I thought they had him. I thought they were gonna win, but it's Mahomes. You can't really count him out. Kind of like Rodgers with his 39 seconds, or how much was it?
Yes. You don't give them any time at all, because they'll definitely like a penalty here, like pass interference. Well, goddamn, it's 40 yards. They're already in field goal now. You fucked up. Yes, definitely they can march down the field at will sometimes.
Yeah, so, all right, guys. So we're going to start wrapping it up since it is getting late. The last thing that I did want to do is
second to last thing.
Oh, my bad.
Now I'm playing. What are you going to say?
Oh no, I was gonna do the good feel story of the
Okay, you
night.
got a good feel. I got a good feel of my own.
All right, go for it. You go first.
Okay, it's football adjacent, but it was just announced today who is going to be in this year's Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show, and it seems like it's the most
Oh,
ballingest lineup in all of Super Bowl history. You have Dr. Dre, Snoop D-O double G, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar will be all performing for the first time on stage together in the halftime show. So the NFL, Pepsi, and the Rock Nation announced Thursday that the five music icons will perform on that February 13th at SoFi Stadium in Englewood. Not Inglewood, it's Englewood, California. Dr. Dre, Snoop, and Lamar are all South Carolina natives. So I don't know. I say this is already one of the most epic shows you could ever get in a lifetime. I don't know who else can manage this or what has been the second closest up until now. Should be very exciting. Definitely is going to set the bar even higher now for future Super Bowl halftime shows. What are your thoughts about that, Dan?
dude, yes.
You being a music
first of
person
all,
at all.
well, first of all, like two of those artists are my greatest influences in my life. You know, one of them is actually my actual real life hero.
Mary
But
J. Blige?
no,
I'm playing.
no, actually, she's one of my R&B. One of my favorite, specifically one of my favorite voices. Like I don't know, I feel like her voice is like so specific and unique to her. I don't know, but that's different. Anyways, Dr. Dre and Eminem, obviously, and Snoop. I mean, dude, and it's LA. It's LA. It has to be Snoop. Like you cannot not have Snoop Dogg and or Dr. Dre. I mean, especially Kendrick, because Kendrick is really bringing like that new audience or whatever. Dude, so I don't know. So it's gonna be pretty crazy. That Super Bowl. I'm excited. I'm actually super excited. And one last round of applause, guys. Thank you.
All right. So badass Super Bowl headliners, all of them A-list musicians, legends in their own right, if you will, icons. But speaking of legends, going back to the NFL sport, you got a legend of your own to talk about, Danny?
Yeah. Before we do that, real quick,
okay, go for it.
We are gonna just a quick shout out to. Hold on, my bad. Oh, so my bad. All right, guys. So a quick shout out to MotoGP Grand Prix weekend in Austin. So it's a Grand Prix weekend in Austin. Mark Marquez might actually take it this year, according to our super fan Ryan. Got him. So definitely keep an eye out, like for any local Austin fans. I don't know if they do like tailgating type of stuff.
I would imagine anything that goes down in Austin you can tailgate for.
Yeah, so definitely check it out, guys. But today, so good job with that. All right, so for today, we're gonna go ahead and actually do our good feel of the story for tonight. Aww.
Oh no.
All right. All right. Let's go ahead and quick give a shout out, dude. Start our siren.
There you go. Here's your siren.
All right, guys. So our good feel for the story for today actually did happen from one of our hometown, I guess you could say hometown heroes, which would be our own Justin Tucker. Yes.
Longhorn legend
Justin Tucker. So on Wednesday, actually was it Monday? Monday
and
night?
let's just say a day or two ago.
Well, I don't know. Some week he did actually beat the season record. Beat the record.
He beat the Lions.
Yeah, NFL record for the
66-yard field goal, longest in NFL history.
66 yards. God damn.
Bounced off the upright and then bounced over the
a
bar.
movie. Straight up, like a movie. Honestly, they couldn't even do a movie about it. Honestly, they can't. if they do movie about it, they're actually gonna use actual footage to show like that, like that. It was just one of those things. On Wednesday though, this Wednesday actually yesterday, Tucker's game worn jersey, pants, and socks, from his record-setting kick were put on display in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So congrats to him. Congratulations. And then a day later, Tucker actually found himself an exclusive virtual club. So he's become one of the 6 players in Madden to be 99.
Ranked 99.
Damn! Woo! That's a big thing. I mean, a lot of players don't really. I mean, you can't really say. Have you ever been a 99 in Madden? No. Okay, well, and it's crazy because the Rams have 2 of them, dude. Which is Ramsey and Aaron Donald. So it's kind of crazy how that works out, right? Anything else for me, Art?
No, we covered as many storylines as we could time wise. I know it's already getting pretty late. We're approaching almost the 11 o'clock hour. Definitely we give more insights as to the beginning of the postseason for MLB when we come back on Tuesday, and all the results of these college and pro football games. Should be a lot exciting. And shout out to all the other sports we may have overlooked: preseason basketball, Formula One racing. I don't know, Austin FC might have been in action or will be in action. I know they had a quality win against the LA Galaxy, so see tailgate for one of their games. But no, definitely a lot of things to watch this weekend. In the sports world. You just need to get all your streaming devices, get all your websites ready, get all the monitors and TV screens ready in case some of these programmings overlap.
Make sure you can
kudos.
DVR stuff and everything.
DVR stuff, use technology.
Oh no!
To get all of these games viewable. But no, definitely. That's all I had to say. None more to add.
All right.
Great show. Had a lot of shit to talk about, and we went through most of it.
Yeah, no lie. It's we had a couple things we forgot here and there, but we'll be all right. You guys like this anyways. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get that siren going. You guys know what time it is. It's time to go ahead and start wrapping it up. Yes, unfortunately, I know. So that's gonna be go ahead and it for this week's episode. Hope y'all can chill with us next time. Woo! Woo! Thank you guys so much for listening to us. Again, this is Mezzo Forte Sportz. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. Check out the podcast coming soon on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio as well. Thank you so much to our sponsors. Music provided by Studio 13th Day. This is Danny BMD signing off. Laters to all. Go Astros, go Texas fight. Laters to all. Bringing home Arturo.
Thank you, Dan. The lesson of the day is, when it comes to drinking and tailgating, if you need another reason, guess what? The Astros are in the postseason. Remember, sports are great, but you need nothing without y'all, the fans. This is episode number 68. Until next time, folks, be cool, stay safe, and keep on listening to Mezzo Forte Sportz. Right out. Down, 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 down. That's her theme song. Down, 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 down. Say it to Arnold.
Arnold.
Guten Tag, mother truckers.
We're actually still live.
I'm scared.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. We can say whatever. No one can listen. So more people watching.
What's the matter with you?
All right, guys. No one is listening.
You got
Welcome to the dog pound. What was my radio station's name?
Oh yeah, Dog Pound. Was it?
What's the number?
I forgot what it was. 107, 1067. All right, guys. See y'all later.
1067. We're going to the dog pound. The dog pound. Oh.